Welcome back. This is my update as to where I am right now. It's been a couple days and my back is starting to feel a lot better. The taking of the stairs is definitely helping. I can tell you that from taking the stairs for the last couple days, I can definitely feel an improvement in my cardiovascular health. And it's not getting harder, it's getting easier. The only thing I can say about taking the stairs on a regular basis is that the first couple days, your hips, ankles, the bottom of my feet were definitely sore. I thought about maybe taking some time off and not doing it. And then I thought to myself, well, taking the stairs is not really a huge, like a big deal exercise. I should be able to go up and down stairs pretty easily, and it really shouldn't hurt. So I don't think this is the best advice for all types of exercise or any injuries or any of that kind of stuff. After all, I'm just getting over my back, but I decided I'll just kind of push through it, and I'm glad I did. After a couple more days, I was able to I mean, obviously it still kind of aches every now and then, but the pain is definitely subsiding, and it's definitely getting easier every day that I go into work and take the stairs. Also, I don't take the stairs as much on the weekends because I'm primarily home and I drive to where I got to go to, but I try to get as many stairs in as I can, but it's nowhere near as what it is during the work week. What I've learned from this whole exercise of taking the stairs is that it doesn't have to be complicated. It doesn't have to be a fancy gym membership. It really doesn't. It just has to be about intention, having the right kind of like mindset to just decide you're just going to go do something. So I'm going to start just like this. Well, I'm going to keep doing the stairs. There's no question about that. I'm going to try to make that a lifestyle choice, if you want to call it that. But I'm also going to see what other activities I can incorporate. Right now, I think I'm gonna start doing some walking, but not just like regular walking, because obviously I walk every day, but interval walking. So interval walking is it's basically you just walk almost as fast as you can. You're not quite jogging. You're walking as fast as you can for a few minutes, and then you go back down to a leisurely stroll. The idea is you kind of want to raise your heart rate for a few minutes, then let it come back down, then raise it for a few minutes, then let it come back down. Doing that repeatedly is very, very good for your cardiovascular system. I personally think it's a great way to get started getting in shape. It's also something that you can just do forever. It's famously known as Japanese interval walking, and from what I understand, all the studies say it has phenomenal health benefits for your cardiovascular system and your joint and mobility. It's also very low impact, so you don't have to worry about screwing up your knees or ankles or your hips or any of that kind of stuff. You're basically just walking fast. I'm gonna give that a try, see how that works. I don't anticipate there being any problems. I think I'm gonna have to go get a new pair of running shoes specifically for this task. I have a ton of running shoes, but they are dress running shoes. No, I mean I'm probably going to get a pair of shoes that are good for jogging or stuff like that. I gotta look into that, but definitely stairs, keeping it. Interval walking definitely look like it's going to be on the menu. Other things I'm looking at is squats, basically squats, like repetition of squats over and over and over again. And actually, I found a couple different kinds of squats. If you don't know, I had no idea. I thought a squat was a squat. Turns out it's absolutely not. There's a bunch. There is ones that are the regular type squats. I don't know, standard squats. You see people squatting down. It's very good for your back and your core, very good for your lower body, very good for your nervous system, very good for your balance. And there's another kind of squat called, and I don't know if this is the politically correct word for it, but this is what it's listed online as. It's called the Indian squat. And basically, it's like you're doing a squat, except for with your feet aren't flat. You're kind of like almost on the balls of your feet. It's also very, very good for your balance, very, very good for your feet, very, very good for your ankles and ankle mobility. So I'm definitely going to try to see what's going on there. I also found out that there's a squat routine that was allegedly developed by Mike Tyson when he was incarcerated, but then according to the internet, no one can ever prove that he developed it, but they're called the Tyson squat or the Tyson squat routine. Essentially, the story goes that while he was incarcerated, you're in jail, you don't have any training equipment. So he invented exercises for himself. And one of the things he invented was a squat program where he'd take a deck of cards, you put a card down, and then in front of you, and then a foot further, you put two cards down, then another foot, three cards down, and so on and so on. And then you'd start at the beginning of the deck that you've put down, and you'd squat and pick up the card. You'd move to the next one, squat, put the card down. Now there's three cards there. Squat each time to pick up the card. So you've now done four squats. Then you go to the next stack and repeat, repeat, repeat. So it's a really good way of doing a whole pile of squats. You don't have to think about it. You don't have to keep count. Just pick up stuff, put down stuff. That's all you got to do. So I'm looking into doing maybe that. And then lastly, there's again, I don't know if it's the politically correct word for it or not, but something called an Asian squat, which is apparently the natural resting position for human beings. So you're kind of like squatting down. I think we've all seen pictures of people just squatting there. If you don't know what I'm talking about, just think the last time you went to a zoo and you saw chimpanzees or gorillas. They naturally squat that way. And apparently this is the natural sitting positions for humans. We're supposed to be doing this. We are so much supposed to be doing this that it's actually phenomenal for your back, your hips, your ankle. You should, for all intents and purposes, be able to squat right now, squat down right now, no chair, be able to sit there more or less indefinitely. I tried it. It turns out I cannot do that so well. So I don't know if that makes me a bad human. I personally feel, well, from me trying it, I feel that if a chimpanzee was looking at me, they would be laughing. So maybe this is also a testament to the quality of my mobility. I don't know how to say it. So that's something else I'm going to look into. And lastly, I'm going to try to do a little bit of push-ups. So with squats, walking, stairs, and push-ups, I feel I'm kind of getting a really good full body workout. No equipment required. I can do this anywhere, anytime. And the goal here is to not do an exercise routine as much as it is to make a lifestyle change. Get myself into the habit of this is just what I do. Maybe I'll do a couple in the morning. Maybe I'll do a couple at the night. Maybe I'll go for walks every day. I'm not quite sure in this very moment as I'm recording this how I'm going to incorporate it. But I'm starting to get the pieces of a little program that I can call my basic workout or my basic daily exercise. Because my back injury recently taught me that there's a few things that are non-negotiable when it comes to your health. And having an injured back and not being able to walk around and do stuff is not negotiable. I was miserable for those couple days, and I do not want that to happen again. But I'm more fearful of when I get older that will be my life. So I realize I need to protect. Oh, I'm recording downtown. So anyways, it's kind of lost my train of thought. But what was I saying? Oh yeah, I'm realizing that mobility is of paramount importance. You can't neglect that. You absolutely cannot neglect that. Because once you lose it, you can't get it back, apparently. And I'm fearful that I've lost some of it. So I got to either stop losing it or try to find where I put it or something. But mobility is a huge priority for me right now, especially because of my what I recently went through. So those are the things I'm kind of working on. Those are the things I'm trying to line up. I think once I get some sort of regular exercise routine going, I think I will be more interested in thinking about what am I going to do as far as diet goes. I feel like this is truly step one. Step one is to get the body moving, get and kind of gauge where I'm at. I feel like step two, a couple months from now, a couple weeks from now, who knows when, is to figure out what things I'm going to eat and how much of it and stuff like that. Learn a little bit about nutrition. And I think if I can get those things lined up, I think I'll be a lot of the way to where I want to be in terms of my health. I think that being able to move around and being able to eat the right stuff, I think all other health related issues will kind of start to kind of come into alignment. I mean, I don't know. I'm not a doctor. Maybe I'm totally making all this up. I don't know. But I intend to find out. So I'm going to record it like I recorded everything else recently here. And my goal of this is, of course, to track my own progress, but also so I can kind of broadcast out there to whoever's interested and whoever may be on a similar journey, what things are working for me and that might work for you, and when things aren't working or a waste of time. My philosophy is keep it simple. I want things to be so simple that I don't have to even think about it. I just do it. I don't need to go someplace. I can just do it. I want everything to be accessible. Now, that doesn't mean I'm not going to get a membership. It doesn't mean I'm not going to get some equipment or stuff. I might, but I don't want that to be the basis. I want that to be the sugar on top. I want that to be the extra type stuff. Right now, it's all about just getting, like, just honestly, just mastering the basics and developing some quality habits that are going to help me live longer. Once I get that done, I can't, I'm so excited to think about all the other amazing things it's going to do, but you got to start somewhere, and that's where I'm starting right now. Anyway, that's all I got for you today. So, if you like what's going on here and you want to keep up to date on what I'm doing and what my progress is, give me a follow. Because, like I said, I'm recording this as my own personal journey, but I'm also recording as a resource for anybody else who's on a similar path. And you out there watching, if you've ever had a situation like a back injury, or you're on your comeback routine or anything like that, give me a comment, because I'm really curious as to what other people are doing. Because I think I've said this in a previous video, I am by all means not an expert. I am learning all this for the first time. I think. I mean, I might have learned this before, but I forgot it. So I'm learning it all for the first time. So any advice, any feedback, any tips and tricks that anybody has, I am more than happy to listen. Anyways, that's it for now. Bye.